Hello and welcome to PA Harness Week. I'm Sharla McBride. Sunshine lit up many tracks across our area this week, and with great weather came great racing. We also have a beautiful new addition to the show this week. The one and only Kelly Connors will be joining us for the remainder of the season as our new handicapper. And as we welcome her, she's just one of the many exciting elements of this week's show. Let's take a look at the headlines. This week, there was a Fred and Ginger spotting at Harrah's. You have to check out the dramatic finish. Plus, remember your first time? And while your minds begin to wander, we asked some popular drivers that very same question. Their stories later in the show. Plus, we have some big races from the Meadowlands. We have the Cutler and Graduate Finals, all next. As Kelly adds another beautiful face to racing's fastest-paced half hour, the hottest horsecasters on the tube are bringing it all to you right now on Comcast Sportsnet.
There they go! Explosive Matter wins the Colonial easily. Underway. Starting fast outside here is Brett Messenger to the early. 5 before the halftime. Just over 3 to go. At the top of the stretch.
Well, hello there, everyone, and welcome to PA Harness Week alongside the lovely Heather Moffett, which, now that I think about it, ain't such a bad side to be along. I'm Steve Ross, welcoming you to a very special show, the 150th edition of PA Harness Week. And that really blew me away because, I'll tell you why. Because you don't think of it in terms of 150 shows. Somebody say, how long is it? Well, it's so many years, yeah. It's our 5th season, whatever else it is. But that blew me away. And you know, there's an old axiom that says, if you love what you do, then it's not really work. That's not the case here. I hate this.
You hate what?
I hate doing the show. I'm done. I'm out of here.
All right, see you later.
Bye.
I'm taking over now.
No, but seriously, folks, we've had a great run, and hopefully it'll be 150 more shows because PA Harness, we have a lot of fun with it. And the people that have been on the show, you were not the original host. I know that you weren't aware of this, but you weren't. Her name was Shannon D'Antonio, nice lady. She got a better job, and she moved on. Sonny the paddock judge, he was here. He got a better job. He moved on. Jen Sherlock, she was great. Remember Jen?
Oh, yes.
She got a better job. She moved on. Your friend Susan, your buddy Susan.
Yes.
Got a better job. She moved on. Evie was here.
Yes.
Got a better job. He moved on. So we're still here.
Oh, well, I don't know. I'm not going anywhere.
Wait a minute. Charlotte's here. She got a better job, too. She's a Comcast Sportsnet all the time. What is wrong with us? Anyway, I can't believe this.
I just like working with you and with Bruce. Yeah, I know.
Let's rub them shoulders, babe.
I'm a kiss up.
All right, let's see why we're here. For racing action to satisfy your Harness Racing Jones. Sunday's 11th here at Harrah's, Philadelphia was a good race, and Heather's got that one for you.
That is me. You're right. Winners over. Pacers purse $30,000. Number 4 is Fred and Ginger, the 3 to 5 favorite. You might remember that I mentioned on a previous show, this horse had won a qualifier earlier in the year.
Yeah.
It won 48-4.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay. The 2 is at Bet the Town, coming off a big win at Pocono. And then there's number 5, Sir Ziggy's Z-Tam, the third choice in here for driver-trainer Pat LaChance.
Fred and Ginger, a length and a half leader to Bet the Town. Power of Terra takes up the chase, taking third narrowly wide of Fancy Free Shark, 3.5 off the lead. Won the outside, Sir Ziggy Z-Tam, not gaining right now, 5 from the front. Sir Ziggy Z-Tam is going to be forced wide around stalled cover. Dirty Devil saves ground to be 6 lengths from the lead. Won the outside, Andy Rue, 1 3/4 last drum fire. 3/4, 122 flat, 3/16 to go. Fred and Ginger still a length and a half leader to Bet the Town, who's pursued throughout. 1 3/4 Power of Terra leveled off. Fancy Free Shark no more. Sir Ziggy Z-Tam moves wide off the turn, 6 off the lead. 150 to go. Fred and Ginger chased home by Bet the Town, who's up within 3/4 of a length, but Fred and Ginger's digging in late. Fred and Ginger, Bet the Town lunging desperately. Fred and Ginger!
Fred and Ginger almost gets nipped at the wire. Bet the Town paces home in 26-4. Really, he was coming on strong at the end.
Wait a minute. What is this, horseshoes and hand grenades? What do you mean almost got beat? The horse got up, right?
You're right. You're
Okay.
right. You're right. So when you get that purse check, it doesn't say how much the horse won by. All right, Fred and Ginger hangs on 149 flat, a wire-to-wire effort. Yannick Gingras and the bike for trainer Ron Burke. Bet the Town, great trip. took second. Power of Terra was third at 31-1 odds.
Wow. And if you had that horse at 31-1 odds, aren't you glad that you didn't have to go up to the mutual clerk and they said to you, how did you come to that conclusion? They just gave you the money, which is the way it should be, right? Stay with us. When we come back, we'll have more here from Harris Philadelphia Top Class Racing, and also our lovely Sharla tells all. Think back to the late 70s, a song by Foreigner, feels like the first time. Don't go away.
Do you remember your first time?
My first time for what?
NF quotable.
Why do so many winners travel in EB trailers? They love the ride. EB Pacesetter trailers deliver your horses in peak condition, ready to race every time. Designed to provide safe and comfortable transport for standard-bred racehorses, EB's Pacesetter Series trailers are the preferred choice of professional standard-bred trainers and breeders nationwide. All EB Pacesetter models feature custom standard-bred options and excellent airflow and aligned interior sealing to keep your horses fresh and comfortable. Every EB trailer has commercial quality componentry and riveted sidewall construction engineered and designed to stand up to constant and rigorous horse and road use. And a sleek aerodynamic nose design that also delivers improved fuel savings. More winners ride with EB than any other trailer. EB, setting the pace in standard-bred horse transportation.
Mohegan Sun, off-track wagering. Allentown, Carbondale, East Stroudsburg. Always leave happy.
Hi, and welcome back to our 150th edition of PA Harness Week. I'm tired just saying that. 150 times. You know what? There's only one person who's done them all. Anyway, I've enjoyed every moment of it. Just making a joke, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Sunday's eighth here at Harris, Philadelphia, was a condition pace for non-winners of $25,000 in their last 5 starts. In other words, high-class horseflesh. Number 2, what a lucky man he was. Remember that song?
No.
Emerson, Lake and Palmer, before your time. With Brian Sears. And number 6, Custard the Dragon with Montrell Teague. We're both 5-2. Number 3, Dreamland's Art from the Ron Burke stable with Yannick Gingras at the controls was the 3-1 third choice. And with a call, our guy James.
Western Shore maintains a length and a quarter lead. Lucky Man turns up the pressure a notch on the outside. Lucky Man's now within a half length of Western Shore with 5/16 to go. Shoobee's Place holds down pocket position. Dreamland's Art is well spotted second over. Behind live cover as Lucky Man sticks ahead in front. Custard the Dragon's got clear sailing and 3 lengths to make up. The far turn at Harris, Philadelphia, not friendly to Custard the Dragon in the past, though. But Montrell's holding him together. Custard the Dragon moves 3 wide right now. 3/4, 121 3. Coming to the top of the stretch. Western Shore digging in to reclaim command by a neck. Lucky Man's not going away. Custard the Dragon continues to gain down the outside. Shoobee's Place staying on up the inside. Shoobee's Place going better now. Shoobee's Place!
Number 1, Shoobee's Place. Off at 4-1 with Dave Miller. Got away second before everybody took off to the outside, with Shoobee getting shuffled back to 4th. But Dave Miller held his ground, and his patience paid off as he just got up to be pace setter Western Shore, off at 8-1 with Dan Dubé by a sneeze or maybe 2 in 149 3. Number 7, Jerry's Brown Gold. I have my own theory about how that horse got named. Think back, Governor of California, Linda Ronstadt, yada, yada, yada. You'll figure it out, okay? With Tim Teacher, close well to get 3rd. Next up, Sunday's 12th, the condition pace, non-winners of $13,000 in the last 5 starts. Number 3, NY Ice, or New York Ice, whichever you prefer. With Georgie Knapp was even money. Number 5, Rusty's for Real was 5-2 for Dave Miller. And number 7, Tenant in Chief. Sounds important. With Brian Sears was 5-1. And here's the call.
Tenant in Chief's a length and a half in front. PS I Love You Heartbreaker turns up the pressure right now. PS I Love You Heartbreaker is tracking Tenant in Chief within 1 length. With New York Ice Beginning to gap the pocket 2 lengths behind Tenant-in-Chief with 3/8 to go. The half 57-2, so the pace pulled back. Up the backstretch, Tenant-in-Chief still a length in front. PS I Love You Heartbreaker now turns to pressing the pace. New York Ice trying to keep the pocket closed is 1 3/4 in arrears of Tenant-in-Chief, and 1 better than the second over Caviar Tyler, who's leveled off. Diablo Sealster's in traffic 4 from the front. Rusty's 4 Reels gearing up 3 wide, but slow to make ground. Then we come back 3 more to Colonel Mustard and 5 off last Salazar. 3/4, 124-2, and the field turns for home. Tenant-in-Chief still ahead in front. PS I Love You Heartbreaker laying it all on the line, and New York Ice hooks 3 wide with a 16th to go. PS I Love You Heartbreaker took over from an all-out Tenant-in-Chief. PS I Love You Heartbreaker home.
Number 2, PS I Love You Heartbreaker, off at 6-1 with CC Driver came first up, gutsed out a win in 151-4. NY Ice, or New York Ice, was dead game and just got beat. Tenant-in-Chief got the mile but faded late to finish 3rd. All right, we promised you before, you're all psyched up and you want to know what's going to happen. Our Sharla McBride, she tells all here. I mean, she's like telling all right? So you'll want to set your DVR for this bad boy.
All right, thanks so much, Heather and Steve. Well, this week we're doing a special segment asking some of our favorite drivers what was their first time in the bike like. Right now I'm here with driver Andy Miller. What was your first time like, if you can remember it?
It was a long time ago. But it was very exciting, and, you know, it's something as a kid I always dreamed of, and, you know, it was a big thrill.
It was a big thrill. Were you nervous at all?
A little bit, but, you know, I grew up around horses, so it was not that big a deal.
Yannick, do you remember your first time in the bike, and what was it like?
Oh, actually, I remember I was 18 years old. Actually, my dad, you know, was my mentor like that. No, I learned everything from him. He was in France, so I was all excited. I won my first race by a couple lengths, but it felt like they were coming from everywhere, right? So I was driving on this horse pretty hard, you know, to the finish, even though I was an easy winner. And so I was excited when my dad got back home from France. I put the tape in on the recorder, and I was excited to show him the race. And well, he wasn't really happy about it. You know, it was a horse we owned. It was a lame horse, and then there's me whipping on this thing, you know what I mean, down the stretch.
I was 14 and a half years old at a matinee race there in Southern Illinois at a fair, and I finished second because there was a time limit on it where it had to go in 2:20, and the guy that won actually went 2:19, and I got placed up to first. So I actually won my first race because I was doing what I was supposed to do, reading the watch.
Do you remember your first time?
My first time for what?
Don't let your mind wander too much. First time in the bike.
Oh, first time in the bike. All right, I'm sorry. I was distracted. All these beautiful ladies around, and you're talking about first time. Woo! Got me a little excited here. Okay, yeah, I do. It was a mess, too. I just kind of decided that I said, you know what, I'm going to try this whole driving thing, and I went to the Pocono Fair, and it was terrible. There were 4 horses in the race. 1 horse made it to the gate. I dropped my whip at the quarter pole. Like, I looked like a complete idiot. I had lines hanging out the back, like it looked like a tail. It was a sight to see.
So your first time wasn't that good?
It wasn't, but it gets a lot better after that, you know? You practice and you figure it out, and, you know, now I feel like an old pro.
Oh, all right. All right, well, Corey Callahan is now a pro. He's not a first-timer anymore. And with that, we're going to send it back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Charlotte. Stay with us when we come back. I will give Heather a poke in the nose. No, actually, I will take you up to Mohegan Sun, Pocono Downs, and we'll cover the top flight racing that took place there. You won't want to miss a thing. All through Saturday. Stay tuned.
Here comes Fox Valley Iliad, coming off a track record mile in his last start.
Welcome, good old Sunday. Welcome, son, welcome, welcome. Welcome to your place in the sun. Welcome to your place in the sun.
Well, hello there. There you are, sitting, relaxing in your living room with your feet up, Got a beverage of your choice right next to you. So let me check out the harness action. Let's go up to Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. Why? The very first race on the card, the opener, was for winners over $25,000 with $25,000 on the line. I mean, they got right in your face right away. They said, hey, here it is. Check it out.
And trotters, no less.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love the high steppers. Okay, number 1, Fox Valley Iliad. The better's choice in here, taking a step up in class, but coming off a really nice win. And then there's the 6, Tag You're It, Hanover. Seriously good at Dover. Not on the same roll in Pennsylvania, but he's looking to turn it around in here. And number 7 is Lolik. Just rolls off my tongue. Won the winners over at Pocono, then goes to Chester for the Open, and then he's like, I think I'm going to go back to the winners over for this one.
Fox Valley Iliad doing it willingly here for Tom Jackson. A length out in front of Low League, who wants to go there in the pocket. A length and a half back to Cassis third. No pressure coming on the outside just yet. Monsignor Flan fourth, Keystone Thomas fifth, and then removed at the back, Tagurid Hanover. It's still Fox Valley Iliad churning his way to the three-quarter pole. He gets there 1:23.1, 27.3 third panel. Fox Valley Iliad really motoring here, and now some separation between himself and Lolik, who's all out trying to stay close. Cassis on the inside third. Top of the stretch, it's Fox Valley Iliad, and now Jackson going to the whip. He's separating by about 3. From far back, Monsignor Flan is cutting into the lead. Fox Valley Iliad still there. Monsignor Flan trying to nail him late. It's tight. It's Fox Valley Iliad.
Lolik sets off the first teletimer, and then he yields to the favorite Fox Valley Iliad. He takes control. He takes home the win in 1:52 with Tom Jackson, but all of his friends call him Tommy. Don't know why. Don't get it, but Monsieur Flan was second, and Lolik did round out the trifecta.
And in the 8th race at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs, the same night, Saturday, condition pace, non-winners of $25,000 in their last 5 starts. $21,000 on the line. These were paces. Did I say that? Number 4, Mickey Hanover with Brandon Simpson was 7-5. Number 5, Touch the Rock, which I'm sure The Rock, the wrestler, is certainly in favor of, was 7-2 with Tyler Buter. Number 1, Real Flight. Number 2, American Rage. And number 3, Transcending. All went off at 5-1 each. And here's Jim Baviglia with a call.
Dastardly fractions up here. American Rage by about a half length. Live Like You're Dying hung out to dry. Mickey Hanover is pouncing 3 wide now at 5/8. Transcending is still right there in the pocket. Also flying up from far back. Touch the Rock following the live cover. Real Flight moves up 5th. Also coming up now, Dancing on Fire. Still a slight edge for American Rage. 3/4, 1:20.3, 27 even third panel. Yikes! American Rage by a long neck here. Outside, Mickey Hanover trying to get to him. Transcending on the inside. Touch the Rock coming up. Top of the stretch. American Rage is still there. Now Transcending set down for the drive in the passing lane. Transcending and American Rage to the line. Transcending American Rage, and we got a 3-way photo.
Well, if you box the 3 5-1 shots in the trifecta, you got $156.20 for your trouble. They ran 1, 2, 3. Did I say ran? Oh. You know, I don't think people are as fanatical as they once were. When you used to talk about pacers or you never said ran. It was like a 4-letter word in the sport. But anymore, they kind of cut them some slack.
Yeah, we're a little more lenient now.
You think?
Yeah.
Talk about a real barn burner. Transcending with Matt Kikali beat American Rage by a nostril, who beat Real Flight by another sneeze. Mickey Hanover was ahead back and forth. The first 4 were all timed in 1:48.2 in the Pocono Mountains on a Saturday night.
Wow.
How about that?
Okay.
Now with the 10th on Saturday, here's Heather.
Okay, yes. And here, more pacers, great pacers here. Number 1, Big Bay Point, should do really well in here. He won the Open Handicap a few starts back. And then the 7 is AJ Corbelli, has been racing, winning, and going up the ladder at Big M. And then number 2 is a Rock in the House. His most recent win was with driver Matt Cayley, who is back in the bike for this one.
Big Bay Point kept an honest pace and then some, really blistering up front, and he now extends his lead to a length and 3/4. Rocking the house, trying to stay close in the pocket, but he's still losing a bit of ground there. AJ Corbelli tips out to go first over for Simpson, who's asking more there. Big gap back to Mojo Terry, European Union Mystic Desire. 3/4 1, 21 and 2, 27 and 3 third panel. Big Bay Point is not kidding around. George wants more from him. Inside Rocking the House, outside AJ Corbelli, both gaining slightly. Top of the stretch, Big Bay Point trying to hold together Rocking the House. Now in the passing lane, it's Rocking the House and Big Bay Point. Rocking the House, Big Bay Point, Rocking the House.
Big Bay Point raced big on the front, but it was Rocking the House who came home the fastest, just outpaced the other one, and wins in 1:49 with Matt Cayley in the bike. Matt, by the way, total trivia, little fact here, but huge Jersey Shore fan, Matt is. Yep. That doesn't change anyone's life, but I thought I'd say it anyway. Okay, Big Bay Point held on for second. AJ Corbelli was third.
Okay, when we come back, we will introduce you to our new handicapper who's going to fatten up your bankroll, and she's gorgeous, too. You know what? Do you know what I have to endure doing this show? They keep surrounding me with beautiful women. It's torture. It's awful. I hate this. No more beautiful chicks. I'm done with this, okay? Also, when we come back, we'll go on the bike. We'll go up to the Meadowlands. We'll get the Cutler Memorial Final and the Graduate Final, so don't even think about going anyplace. Where are you going to go?
And the leader is Golden Receiver, a length to the good. Better Sweet needs to shake free.
Mohegan Sun, off-track wagering. Allentown, Carbondale, East Stroudsburg. Always leave happy.
Cheers. We believe in life after work.
We believe good times get better in groups. We believe it's not what we do,
But what happens when we're together?
we believe when one of us wins, we all win.
We believe in all-you-can-eat wings.
And fresh hot pizza.
We believe the louder you cheer, the faster they run.
We believe that two's company and three's a trifecta.
We believe. We believe.
Horses laugh like children when they run.
We believe in long shots.
We believe that jockeys are giants.
And sulkies are chariots.
We believe it's always post time somewhere.
We believe there's no place like the home stretch.
We believe.
We believe.
We believe. We believe.
We believe that life on the rail is really where it's at.
Hi, welcome back to PA Harness Week. We have done 150 shows, but on our 150th show, somebody's making their debut, and that is the lovely Kelly Connor. That sounds like a name that ought to be up on a marquee somewhere. She'll probably be here about 2 days, get a better gig and leave.
I hope not.
Let's see what Kelly's got to say to fatten up your bankroll.
Thanks, Steve. Well, keeping in our theme of today's show of first, hopefully I could bring you some beginner's luck with my picks here. For the first race, we're going to head up to the Meadowlands. Their feature is an invitational pace carrying a purse of $50,000. I'm liking the 5 Specialty Rocks. This 4-year-old gelding is currently one of the nation's top performers. In 16 tries this year, he's banked nearly $200,000. And earlier this month, he rocked the field at Pocono, pacing the mile in 48.3. That's not only a career mark, but it's also ties the world record. So he's in great form there. I like the 5.278 to round out my superfecta picks at the Meadowlands. Next, we'll look at race 5 here at Harrah's, Philadelphia. The girls are on the pace, and I'm going with the 4. Don't Tell Me What to Do. I like the name. I think it works well for the girls in this field. Now, this 9-year-old was a winner after a 3-month layoff in 152 flat at Pocono, and then a beaten favorite after cutting the fractions. She gets a big-time positive barn change, as well as a driver change to Yannick Gingras, who I'm told gets along really well with this mare. I think she's got the speed and the back class to definitely take this field, maybe coast to coast. Final pick in here, we're going to head north to the Poconos. Race 12, first leg of the Pennsylvania Sire Stakes, liking the 5. Sweet Lou had a huge freshman year, setting a world record at the Breeders' Crown. You may remember this race, 149 flat. Based on the 2 qualifiers he's had so far, he's pointing to a tremendous sophomore year. He recently qualified out at the Meadows, their 5/8 mile track, in 150.4, but he did the last quarter in 26.4 handily. So I think he's also has the speed to start out the season on the right step. Again, that's race 12 at Pocono. Those are my picks. Hopefully they'll bring you some luck this weekend, and we'll send it back to you guys.
Well, thank you, lovely Kelly. She certainly is lovely, is she not?
Absolutely. My goodness, more than lovely.
Yeah, you threatened by all these women around here or no?
No.
I mean, you don't need to be. I'm just bringing that up. Okay. Thanks, Kelly. Hope you have a long and illustrious career here at PA HarnessWeekers, which I'm sure you will. Mr. Herbie, who beat last year's Horse of the Year, Sandpail, headed up the $210,000 Arthur J. Cutler Memorial Final for Free-for-All Trotters at the Big M. Did he win? It's time to find out as we go in the bike. Number 2, Mr. Herbie, with Jody Jamieson, who made the trip along with the horse down from Canada, was the lukewarm 3-2 chalk. Number 9, Winning Mister, was 9-5 with Tim Tetrick. Number 5, Big Rigs, and Dave Miller was the 5-2 third choice. Let's see how this bad boy turned out.
Winning Mister leads them as they come to 3/4. Mr. Herbie trying to wear him down is inching in first over as they hit that 3/4 mark in 1:23 and 27 seconds in the third split. It's Winning Mister at the top of the stretch. Mr. Herbie still a length away, trying to gun him down on the outside. Winning Mister is dead game with 1/8 of a mile to go. Mr. Herbie drifting a bit but surging. Hot Shot Blue Chip on the outside. Big Rigs is chasing. It's Winning Mister. Mr. Herbie, one final surge is coming. Mr. Herbie after Winning Mister. Mr. Herbie getting up. Mr. Herbie.
All right, for those of you with a name fetish, this one was like shooting fish in a barrel. Mr. and Mr. Click for a $15 exacta bunch. Mr. Herbie gutsed out a first over brutal trip and just nailed Winning Mister on the money. Winning Mister led every step of the way except the very last one. Very, very tough beat. Number 1, Hot Shot Blue Chip off at 6-1 with John Campbell, was 3 back in third, and now with the best pacing talent in the world, here's Heather with the graduate final.
That's right. Almost $200,000 on the line here. And we've got number 1, Rockin' Cam, won the elimination last week. He's a slight favorite here. Then there's the 5, foiled again. 2011's Pacer of the Year, always a factor. And number 7 is Golden Receiver, beaten favorite last time out, but do not let that fool you. He is sharp as stilettos right now.
And the leader is Golden Receiver, a length to the good. Better Sweet needs to shake free, trapped in behind him. 1:21 and 4 for 3/4. Foiled again, first over on the outside. Rockin' Cam off cover, but 4 lengths for the lead, and it's Golden Receiver with 1/8 of a mile to go. Sears and Golden Receiver clear by 2. Better Sweet racing in second. Rockin' Cam on the outside. They're heading down to the finish. It's Golden Receiver, and Golden Receiver wins the graduate.
Golden Receiver just wires the field. Wins in 1:48 and 2 with Brian Sears in the bike for trainer Mark Carter. Also very important, Harness Racing's newest millionaire, Golden Receiver. All right. By the way, Golden Receiver, I found out what the name means.
Okay.
It is the sequel to Air Bud, the movie with the dog who plays sports.
I ain't going for it. All right, that'll do it for all of us here at PA Harness Week on our commemorative 150th show. We want to thank you so much, you folks out there, for viewing this show every week. We couldn't be doing it without you, okay? And for all of us here, including Heather Moffat, I'm Steve Ross, reminding you to get high on harness.
It's only natural.
Pacific Gold.
Explosive Matter wins the Colonial easily.
Underway. Starts fast outside there. Brent Messenger to the air.